I never knew that I should be keeping a fork in my purse at all times. Guess why? Because every time you run across these stupid people or you get so mad and angry that you're ready just to kill them, you need to pull this fork out of your purse and hold it up to your eyeball and look through the tongs to see if you'd like to have the view behind the jail cell. I heard that this morning and I thought that was so funny. Yep. Keep a fork in your purse. That way, if you ever are tempted, you just pull that sucker out and look through the tongs and see what that view would look like when you're behind bars. I hope y'all are doing really great today. Today's topic is passive versus active income. And I think some of you guys and gals are not real clear on exactly what that means. So we'll start with active income. Active income is money that you physically have to work or do something for. For example, you go to work every day and you are working for an employer and you get W-2 income. They pay you a wage for your services. So that is active income. Passive income, on the other hand, is really you're not materially participating in whatever it is. You're not managing it, day-to-day operations or anything like that. Primarily, you're just an investor putting money in. Somebody else is doing all the work, and you're hopefully reaping some of the rewards for being an investor. That is passive income. You might be thinking about, how can I get that? Well, stocks, mutual funds. Some people think that real estate is passive income. But according to the IRS in the United States, if you're a landlord and you are collecting rent, guys, that is actually active income. Now, if you are a silent investor, that is a different story. So why is this important for you to know? First of all, I need to give a disclaimer. I'm not a tax advisor. I'm not a CPA. Don't hold any security license or anything like that. And I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just kind of giving you an overview here, and you can Google it yourself. And please, by all means, check with your tax advisors and get yourself a financial planner to find out what situation is best for you. But I just wanted to share with you some of the things that you need to be aware with when you were talking about passive versus active income and why it's so important. Well, first of all, there is tax consequences. There's tax consequences over what type of income that you have. When you go to work for an employer, that is the most expensive tax consequences that you can have, because your income is taxed as ordinary income. Okay. And the rates for 2024, just look that up to make sure I'm telling you correctly, according to Google, is 10 to 37%. 10 to 37% is the tax rate. And that is on your W-2 income. Now let's talk about passive income. You have a couple of things that can happen on passive income. You can have a loss or you can have a gain. And you've probably heard the word capital gain before. That means that you had an asset or you bought something for, let's just say, $100, and you sold it for $150. That means you experienced a $50 capital gain. The next step in the process is you have to figure out whether this is a short-term gain or a long-term capital gain. Why does it matter? Because the tax rate matters. The IRS rewards you for holding investments for longer periods of time. So a short-term capital gain, which means like if you flip a house or if you're flipping a car, you might buy a car and you sell it. If you hold that asset for less than a year, that is a short-term capital gain, and you're going to be taxed at the same rate that your ordinary income is taxed on, same rate as your W-2 income. Okay, so that's based on your tax rate. If you hold something for less than a year, that is a short-term capital gain. Now, what's interesting is you can have losses, and you can apply these passive income losses against your ordinary income. So you can be a W-2 employee, and of course, this is based on your income levels, and it phases out over time, but you can offset some of your taxable income with these passive losses. So I just want to let you know that that is possible to do. So if you're out here investing and you have a loss, you can offset that against your ordinary income on your tax return. So the short-term passive income gains is taxed at your ordinary income, but long-term gains, which is anything held over a year, it's taxed at a lower rate. And I looked that up just a little while ago. For a married filing jointly, you are taxed at 15% for any income gains over $94,050. And then at 20% for any married filing jointly income over $583,750. So there's two brackets there, 15% and 20%, but that doesn't kick in until after you hit a certain income level, versus the short term where it is 10 to 37%, boom, all of it's added into your regular income. So there are some tax benefits, y'all, of making sure that you've set up your structure correctly and the type of investments that you're getting involved in. So I just wanted to let you know and kind of give you a really short little lesson this morning over things that you should be mindful of, because you may not even be aware. Your cost basis is what you bought it for, not the value. Now on your balance sheet, you could put the fair market value on there. But as far as your cost basis and tax basis goes, it has to be what you've got in it, okay? And I know a lot of you out there probably didn't even realize that all these little things that you may be buying and selling for a profit, if you are, let's just say flipping a car or doing something like that, you may not even have been aware that you were supposed to be counting that and didn't realize that that was a capital gain. But technically, legally it is. So again, just, get your mindset wrapped around all the different types of income, but really there's only two. You've got passive income, which you do not materially participate. Basically, you're just putting your money in. And then you've got active, where you're actually actively participating. You're going to work every day and physically working for your employer, or you have a business that you are materially participating in the day-to-day operations or some type of management. You're making decisions for that business. That's the big, definition, how you can tell whether something is truly passive or active. And for all of us, we are really looking at, we want to build multiple streams of passive income. We want that income coming in while we're sleeping. We want to have an empire of cash machines. And one way to do that is we are doing some things a little bit different this year. And our foundation is real estate. So we're buying real estate first, and then we are using the rental income to invest in these other platforms that we anticipate to be high reward platforms. And so we really have to understand the tax consequences and all of the things that we're doing. And as we're getting close to February, you need to start thinking about, do you have your finances in order? Are you going to be able to participate this year in the Bedrooms by the Beach program? And there's two ways that you can do that. One, you can have a lump sum, which is $1,000 up front, that you can participate in the Bedrooms by the Beach program. And all of this is like a passive income situation. That's how we're training you. We're teaching you how to become what's called a silent investor. And that is the whole training program premise, so that you don't have to do anything. You don't have to materially participate. You don't have to worry about the day-to-day operations, the management, none of that. You're just here to learn, watch over my shoulder. So you can save $200 by paying up front $1,000. The other option is you can pay $100 a month for 12 months, which means over time you've paid $1,200 for the same deal. And then I have added where you can sign up as a team. So if you've got some family members or friends or something like that you would really like to learn how to do the strategy that we're promoting on here, you can get with them. You can fill out the registration form, and then I'll have one team manager on there that they'll be responsible for communicating directly with me. But the monthly activities and any correspondence or anything like that that comes from me out will go to everyone on all the teams. So again, I'm looking forward to February coming up. I want you to do your homework. I want you to start looking at those baby steps, get your financial house in order, go through. Yesterday, we talked about legacy, how exciting that is to go through the program where get your finances in order, you set your vision, then you work on your family, and then you can talk about the philanthropy and the generational wealth concept. So it's very exciting. It's very doable. Doesn't matter where you were, what kind of financial mistakes that you've made or how great you're doing right now. Everyone can benefit from building wealth. Again, I hope y'all have a wonderful week. My name is Nancy Gaskins, sowing seeds of financial hope and entrepreneurial opportunity in communities around the globe.